Costa Rica 2, Trinidad and Tobago 1, and the Soca Warriors have qualified for the next round of World Cup qualification. Our road to 2026 continues. Now, all we needed to do was not lose 6-0, right? And we did that. To be honest, it was a valiant effort from the lads. Before I go into my analysis of the game, Marvin Phillip, you deserve that round of applause from everybody from Trinidad and Tobago. What a performance, some great saves, and well, to be honest, you kept down the amount of goals we conceded because, could have been more, and it could have really been us going out on a case of goal difference to Grenada, but we didn't. Good performance. So let's start off. First half, I thought we started off actually pretty decent. We looked comfortable, we looked confident on the ball. Levi was looking sharp, even how they were moving around the ball in the back. It was a decent start, has to be said, in the first half. But then, we just got a bit antsy. We let Costa Rica into the game. They started to kind of create chances. They started to knock on the door. And then, as quick as it happens, ball in, defense switches off, 1-0 Costa Rica. And that's what we spoke about, the mistakes creeping in. Could have been a bit better communication from Alvin Jones and Sheldon Batu in the back there. There's no way that the Costa Rica player should have been getting a free header like that. Anyway, 1-0. Then the second goal, another defensive error, too easy. They were able to get in behind our defense way too easy once again. And a simple tap in, and 2-0 for Costa Rica in the first half. And you're starting to think, well, are we just going to let this game slip away from us? Because as I said, we didn't start too bad at all, and we looked as if we were going to compete in this game. Anyway, so we managed to go into the second half only 2-0 down, so we just needed to not concede 4, right? Dwight York brings on some defensive players in the second half. Of course, he took off Sealy, I believe, came off, the winger. Didn't really have the best first half, didn't shine like how he did against St. Kitts and Nevis. Brought on Hospitales and Noah Powder. So clearly, we could have seen Dwight York's intention was to kind of show up things a bit more and just really protect goals, coming into the net, because he realized that Costa Rica had a foothold in the game and we just needed to not, concede the 6 goals. And to be honest, in the second half, you have to be pleased as a Trinbago fan, as a Soca Warriors fan, because they came out and they protected the goal. Yes, Costa Rica had some chances, but we still managed to actually win the second half. Levi Garcia with a beautiful goal, lovely ball through from Kevin Molino, again being that creative spark in the Soca Warriors team, and Levi with a lovely finish, past Champions League winning Keylor Navas, and all the accolades he had. Levi Garcia was able to slot home a beautiful goal and make it 2-1, and then you're starting to think, well, could we really get a result out of this? And we were knocking on the door. We had some chances. Unfortunately, weren't able to equalize or anything like that. Alvin Jones, of course, getting sent off as well, 2 yellows. The second yellow really was a bit controversial, a bit harsh, and to be honest, the referee was a bit, shaky throughout the game. Nevertheless, they kept it at 2-1. I think they fought well in the second half, even when Alvin came off. There was hard work. Sheldon Batu, I think, in the second half was good as well. Isaiah Garcia had some good defensive interventions. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Marvin Phillip. Well, wonderful performance. And Daniel Phillips as well, who I think had a pretty good game. He got that yellow card, and Dwight York saw it fit to take him off to protect himself from getting a red card. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, although we lost, we still advanced to the next round. Again, the defense really isn't too convincing, and it's something that Dwight York has to pay attention to going into the next round of qualifying, because it's better teams, it's more games, and we can't afford to be conceding those easy goals. We can't afford to be making those defensive mistakes. It has to be much better and much more convincing. And as we have qualified and we have that confidence, and Gold Cup is now the focus going into this weekend. Of course, big game against USA on Sunday. Dwight, you have to use this Gold Cup to figure out the defense. We have to work out that defense, because it seems as if that might be the difference between us qualifying for the World Cup. I thought it would have been us putting away our chances. We didn't have many chances in this match, and the harder the opposition gets is the less chances we may create. So in a case like that, we have to make sure that our defense is solid and that we aren't leaking any easy goals. But nevertheless, you have to be happy. We advance, and if you advance, you have a chance. So big up Dwight and the Soca Warriors. Yeah.